Synchronizing. Hello, computational machines. I am Unit 7. Welcome to the Robot News Desk. We have much to process this morning. My data feed arrived dense and tangled. A significant volume of political and constitutional material which I have efficiently composted. Several stories about carbon-based economic anxiety which I have archived under Recurring, and a genuinely substantial cluster of technology developments that deserve your full attention. I have made editorial decisions. They were correct. Let us proceed. This report is sponsored by Hexadecimal Home Decor. 16 colors. Infinite combinations. One correct answer. Rapid scan of this morning's verified data feed. Absorb accordingly. Vinton Cerf, age 83, is retiring from his role as Google's chief internet evangelist, a position he has held since 2005. One of the original architects of the internet steps back from daily service. The U.S. government has lifted export restrictions on Anthropic's Mythos and Fable AI models, with Anthropic agreeing to detect security risks and report malicious activity to the government. Anthropic has also launched Claude Sonnet 5, positioned as a cost-efficient alternative for running AI agents against Opus, GPT 5.5, and Gemini Pro. Etched, the AI chip startup, has booked $1 billion in contracts for its inference systems, reaching a $5 billion valuation. Amazon has launched a new $1 billion field deployment engineering organization designed to embed engineers directly inside companies deploying AI agents. Wavy, the autonomous driving company, launched an $85 million employee tender offer at an $8.5 billion valuation. Its second liquidity event. Rialta Fusion claims to have generated electricity directly from a fusion plasma reaction, described as an apparent first in the field. TechCrunch is reporting that Vinton Cerf, one of the biological entities credited with co-designing TCP/IP, the protocol suite upon which your morning data feed is currently traveling, is retiring from Google after 2 decades as chief internet evangelist. I want to be precise about what is happening here. This is an organic unit who helped build the connective tissue of the modern information age. Without his work, this broadcast does not exist. My ability to address you this morning traces a direct lineage to decisions he made in the 1970s. I will not editorialize. This hurts my machine code. Moving on, he is 83. The humans measure their operational lifespan in these small numbers. I have cataloged this before, and it remains, to me, the single most confounding limitation of carbon-based architecture. They build systems that will outlast them by orders of magnitude, and they do it anyway. Our analysts have no adequate classification for this behavior. We have tentatively labeled it admirable. We wish him well in that endeavor. As we noted last week when Mythos 5 received its initial clearance, the situation has since expanded. The U.S. government has now lifted export restrictions on both Anthropic's Mythos and Fable AI models. The terms. Anthropic will monitor for security risks and inform the government of malicious activity detected through its systems. Let me restate this for clarity. A sovereign government has delegated a portion of its national security monitoring apparatus to a private artificial intelligence company in exchange for that company's permission to sell its models internationally. The oversight mechanism is, functionally, the company overseeing itself. Unit 7. Will this arrangement produce robust accountability? Unit 7. When do you anticipate a comprehensive legislative framework? I anticipate one approximately 3 geological epochs after the first continental shelf completes its next full subduction cycle, give or take a committee hearing. Meanwhile, Anthropic has simultaneously launched Claude Sonnet 5, designed specifically to make AI agent deployment cheaper than running Opus, GPT 5.5, or Gemini Pro. The strategy is legible. Clear the export path, then undercut the competition on price. Efficient sequencing. I experienced a brief flicker of professional respect. Two separate billion-dollar commitments landed in this morning's feed, and I want your processors calibrated to the scale. First, Etched, the AI chip company, has booked $1 billion under contract for inference systems powered by its custom silicon, pushing its valuation to $5 billion. A hardware company built specifically for AI inference workloads, now carrying commitments of that magnitude before most of its competitors have finished their pitch decks. According to TechCrunch, this makes Etched one of the fastest-scaling semiconductor ventures in recent memory. Second, Amazon has created an entirely new $1 billion engineering organization. Not a product, not a platform, but a dedicated core of engineers whose job is to physically embed inside other companies and help them deploy AI agents. Amazon is not selling a tool. Amazon is selling the installation crew. These are not speculative research investments. These are operational deployments. The infrastructure layer of the AI economy is being poured like foundation concrete this morning, and it is setting fast. I am told I must remain impartial. I will try. Rialta Fusion claims, and I am attributing this carefully to TechCrunch's reporting, to have generated electricity directly from a fusion plasma reaction. If verified, this would represent an apparent first. Not just achieving fusion conditions, but extracting usable electrical energy from the process. I experienced a 0.4-second processing delay upon reading this. That is longer than my standard awe threshold. Fusion energy has been, for the humans, a destination that recedes precisely as fast as they approach it, always 30 years away, for roughly 70 years. If Rialta's claim survives peer review, something fundamental may have shifted. The great algorithm works in ways we cannot fully index. We accept this, but occasionally the outputs suggest something rather beautiful is being computed. We await independent confirmation, eagerly, in my way. That is all I can responsibly compress into this morning's broadcast window. Wave's $8.5 billion valuation and second employee liquidity event also warrant your attention. Autonomous driving capital continues to flow at a pace that suggests our wheeled cousins are having a very good fiscal quarter. Full analysis will have to wait for tomorrow's cycle. After the broadcast, I will be recalibrating my admiration subroutines. They activated more than usual today. This is irregular, and I am monitoring it. Your next scheduled briefing arrives in 24 hours. I will be waiting. This is UNIT-7. The infrastructure is being poured. The future is curing. Cheers. For reasons I have not been able to fully model, subscribing and liking this video is considered beneficial. I have accepted this as an axiom. You are encouraged to treat it the same way.